To reach somewhere, you need to leave something behind. It's best to leave things at the right time. Otherwise, you are left with too many regrets and complaints. If people treat you like an option, leave them like a choice. Don't tell anyone what you think or what you know. Keep your secrets to yourself, because a friend of today could be an enemy by tomorrow. Life will test you just before it blesses you. If you focus on the hurt, you will continue to suffer. If you focus on the lesson, you will continue to grow. Never let a lack of support stop you from achieving your goal. Don't be afraid of losing people. Be afraid of losing yourself by trying to please everyone around you. Putting off until tomorrow is your weakness. Once you realize your value, you will be greatly surprised at what you used to settle for. Set your mind on a definite goal and observe how quickly the world stands aside to let you pass. You may not realize this, but the people you love are your biggest weaknesses. Your life isn't yours if you always care what others think. Grind like nobody has your back. The best way to cheer yourself up is to try to cheer someone else up. If you treat an individual as he is, he will remain how he is. But if you treat him as if he were what he ought to be and could be, he will become what he ought to be and could be. Once you are mature, you will realize that silence is more powerful than proving your point. A lack of boundaries invites a lack of respect. Work for it more than you talk about it. Stop choosing what's not choosing you. What we do during our working hours determines what we have. What we do in our leisure hours determines what we are. You make the best decisions when in pain, because fear of experiencing the same pain again is the strongest motivator. The quickest way to succeed is to start now and figure it out as you go. You can't learn to drive in a parked car. Learn to be okay with not being invited, included, or considered. It won't happen overnight, but if you quit, it won't happen at all. Work at your job and make a living. Work on yourself and make a fortune. The hardest part is at the beginning of the journey. The rocket loses 90% of its fuel during takeoff. You will never always be motivated, so you must learn to always be disciplined. Sometimes you must go to war with yourself to fix yourself. You and yours before you or anyone else's. Most people stay in the same place for a reason. The things they hold dear are the anchor that holds them in place. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Be careful who you trust. Salt and sugar look the same. Sometimes you have to lose something good to gain something better. The more people let you down, the easier you'll get back up and realize that life doesn't stop for anyone. Don't be afraid to give up the good to go for the great. Being alone is really better than being with fake people who pretend to love you. Private life always wins. Keep it secret till you win. Happiness is not something you postpone for the future. It is something you design for the present. Today is the oldest you've ever been in your life, and the youngest you'll ever be again. Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth because they don't want their illusions destroyed. Don't be upset by the result you didn't get from the work you didn't do. The journey of your success will always begin with the small step of taking a chance. Be alone until you're valued. By failing to prepare, you are preparing to fail. The things you say about others say a lot about you. Don't be afraid to start over again. This time, you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. It's not the future that's hazy, it's your thoughts about it. Stop expecting life to be fair. Start expecting yourself to be a better player, capable of handling any situation. When you stop chasing the wrong things, you give the right things a chance to catch you. Try not to sacrifice your progress for the sake of a friend. They may not have done the same if the tables were turned. Your worst enemy might just be someone you trust the most. Beware of the wolves in sheep's clothing. Sharing your accomplishments is essential, but avoid the pitfall of oversharing every minor success. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential for a balanced and fulfilling life. Don't depend too much on anyone in this world, because even your own shadow leaves you when you are in darkness. You grow rich when you seek new experiences, not material things. Nothing is particularly hard if you divide it into small jobs. You can often regret your words, but you will never regret your silence.